Hi, I'm Kathy Mann, and I am the president and CEO of Inclusiv. And I'm very excited to tell you today a little bit about a partnership we have developed for educational scholarship for Inclusiv members to the Carsey School Masters in Community Development program. Here with me today is Michael Swack, who's going to tell us a little bit about this master's program. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Kathy. It's great to see you. I've been seeing a lot of you lately, but it's great to be talking about this extending of our partnership, really, because we've been working together on so many different projects. And this is really a natural for us because Inclusiv members, staff, board members are really just a perfect fit for this program. I don't know why we didn't do this a long time ago. A perfect fit because this is a master's program that's designed for adult practitioners. It's designed for people who are working in the field in a pretty wide range, from people who are relatively new to the field, even brand new to the field, who come into our program to really build skills in finance and management and project development. But it also has a lot of really experienced practitioners, often people who've focused on a particular role and really want to expand and fill in gaps in their knowledge. It's a great group. Each year we have a cohort model, so a new cohort starts each year, and it's an incredibly diverse group of people in every meaning of the word, from all across the United States and even overseas. And there are people who are working in community development, people who are from age 25 to actually age early 60s we've had. So people with incredible experience and diverse in terms of ethnic diversity and racial diversity. So it's a wonderful group to go through the program with because you're engaged with these folks the whole time. It was mostly online until the pandemic, and now it's entirely online. But there's still a real dynamic where people interact with each other all the time. The way the program is built is you're online with small groups. You have both opportunities to meet with people in person via Zoom on a weekly basis, but also to do work on your own online. It's a program that you can take at your own speed. Some people finish in as little as 14 months. Other people take 2+ years. So you can take courses at your own speed, really to accommodate working adults. And so the people, and we've had Inclusiv workers and members before, and they've been fantastic. So we really look forward to the opportunity to open up this program, offer educational scholarship to specifically to Inclusiv members, staff, and board members to become part of this program.
Tell us a little bit about the scholarship itself.
Yeah, so the scholarship itself is that if you're an Inclusiv staff or board member, you automatically get a $5,000 scholarship. I should add that's not the minimum. That's without any questions asked. But people can also apply for scholarship assistance, and many people will get additional scholarship assistance as well. But this is just $5,000 off the top, and again, it's exclusively for board and staff members of Inclusiv and Inclusiv member organizations.
Now, you guys have numerous leaders in the community development finance field around the country as alumni to the school. Can you share a little bit about how you've seen your alumni incorporate what they learn in the master's program into their work?
Sure. Well, one of the things that we've seen is that people are in all areas of community development. So because we have several people on our faculty and staff who really specialize in community development finance, and we get a number of people in the program who, for example, work with CDFIs or want to work with CDFIs, credit unions, but also loan funds and community development banks. But we also have a number of people who work in other areas of community development. We have people who work in affordable housing. We have people who work in small business development. We have people who work in community health. Really a wide range of backgrounds of people who come into the program. And also one of the value that we have is that when people are looking to move up in the field. So when you come back to school, it's often because you may want to change jobs within your organization or stay in your community and change jobs and move to another organization. The program's really very much focused on skill building. So it's not a theoretical program. We do have a course at the beginning where everybody has to write about what their theory of change is. And we look at a whole bunch of theories of change because even though people say, oh, theory, we don't want to talk about that. But ultimately, and you know this as well as anyone can, if you don't have any theory, and you know, don't call it theory if you don't want, call it, what's your set of assumptions about how things work or how you improve life in the community? If you don't have any theory about how it works, then you don't know how to get there. And so we really encourage people to think about what works. And the set of assumptions about what works, that's a theory. And then you test that theory and you see what works. Most of the courses, though, focus on building skills in financial management, organizational management, and in particular, the core of the program is this 4-course project sequence where you design and carry out a project, often in your own workplace. So that can be to design a new product. So if you're at a credit union, you might say, well, my project is going to be to help develop this new solar product, for example, that we're going to offer. And so over the period of the 4 terms in the program, you look at collecting data from your community, project design, how will the project be managed, how will you evaluate the program? So essentially you're doing the work as you carry out this sequence of courses that really coordinate with that work. So that's really the core of the program is a very practical application. And again, pretty wide ranging. It could be a new product, it could be customer surveys, customer service, it could be surveys and interviews and recommendations about how you improve the quality of a particular product or service that you offer. A lot of flexibility in determining what it is you would want to do for your project. A lot of times people ask, well, do I have to have a project before I start the program? The answer is no. We'll help you go through a process of thinking about what's a doable project over 14 months that you can really focus your time and effort and coordinate with the courses that you'll be taking at the same time. So again, very practical.
That is wonderful. It's so exciting. This is, and we're so excited about this particular opportunity because, as you know, it's really a culmination of a long history of ways in which we've worked together, Inclusiv, along with Carsey, dating back to, years ago when we together created something called the CDCU Institute and trained credit unions on how to be community development credit unions. But more recently, we've developed a couple of really exciting partnerships around training on solar finance. So to help credit unions and other CDFIs that want to get into lending around clean energy, around solar, around energy efficiency. And now more recently, we've launched what we call the CDFI Learning Center. Tell us a little bit about how Inclusiv members can kind of start sampling these different training offerings to sort of lead towards the big one, which is the master's program. How does it all work together?
Right, sure. So one of the places we hope to start is to talk to people who've gone through the solar lending program. For those who haven't, we have an introduction to community solar lending that's available for free. You can just go to our website and sign up for it and take it. It's a self-paced online program. And then if you want to go further, we have instructor-led programs in community solar and individual solar for individual homes. Again, products that credit unions can initiate. And in fact, as you know, these programs have been designed specifically for credit unions, understanding how credit unions work and how they underwrite loans and what type of security and credit enhancement and all that sort of thing. So these are not generic. These are very much geared towards community lenders and in particular credit unions. So it's a way of sampling some of the work that we do. But also, a lot of our work in training that we're building now has to do with going beyond that, thinking about resilience and the programs that we're developing right now around resilience with Inclusiv as a partner. That is, how do you evaluate your portfolio? How do you look at, how do you measure carbon in your portfolio? How do you improve that? How do you look at projects that you finance to introduce concepts of resilience into your lending practice? So for anyone who comes into the master's program who wants to focus on lending and in particular environmental lending, can both develop that as a project over the four-term sequence and work on that full time, but also take courses that specifically relate to that interest. So it's a really great opportunity for people in credit unions to build on the knowledge that they have and to add to it. Well, Kathy, thanks for joining me today. And we really look forward to getting applications and serving and having students who are Inclusiv members, because as I said in the beginning, it's really a perfect match. These are the types of people we want in the program, people who are the working practitioners committed to community change and working for organizations like credit unions and members of Inclusiv. So thanks for joining me today. Look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you, Michael. And I want to thank you for being a leader really in the community development finance field, for building such an incredible educational system around training professionals to do what we do. So I don't think the CDFI field would be quite what it is without you. And I'm just really excited that we now have this opportunity with the scholarship to encourage Inclusiv members to join up and to consider getting their master's degree in community development finance. So thank you.
Thanks, Kathy, and we'll see you soon then.
See you soon.